Alrighty. How to close these deals. I want to show you a real life deal that I did this past week. This is one way to close them, and let me give you some context. The owner that I'm dealing with in this scenario took over a team. He's been very active, been an active trader. He's been smart, and he's built this team up, and he's beat two of the top teams in the league since he's been in. So he's really good. And I'm really happy with the addition to him in the league. It's a 2 quarterback with a super flex. So you can start 3 quarterbacks. So it's actually key to have 3 good quarterbacks to win. I'm going to show you his team. I'm going to show you mine. This was his team in week 7. He had Dak Prescott, which I had traded to him. He had Daniel Jones, which he had acquired. He had Andy Dalton. The problem being that Prescott and Jones have the same bye week. Bailey Zappi was not going to be starting anymore, so he was going to be down a quarterback. Now, me, on the other hand, I had Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff. After this week, I had acquired Tyler Heineke. I was trying to get Daniel Jones off of him. I wanted Daniel Jones in the Pittsburgh defense because I was looking forward to TJ Watt coming back, and I was offering Goff and Heineke. So he rejected that trade, and then he proposed Goff and Goddard for Daniel Jones and Pittsburgh, which I thought about, but eventually I rejected that trade. So he hit me up. He's like, I can't bring myself to give up Daniel Jones right now. Sorry, bro. So I said, yeah, he and Goff are essentially the same guy. Jones is a better QB, but Goff has better weapons, and Detroit offense was number 1 the first 4 weeks. I said, I don't want to pay with Goddard for an extra defense. What are you going to do next week? And that's just how I left it. This is part of the negotiating where I just left it. I just let that hang there because he had bye week issues. That was a fact. There was no getting around that. So what are you going to do next week? That's something. I mean, he could have made a trade with someone else easily. But this is what happened. Came back the next day, and he said, let's do your original trade if you're still interested. So Heineke and Goff for Jones and Pittsburgh. And so we did the deal. Now, his offer was good, too, because I only had to give up 1 quarterback. So that's what was getting me to think about it. But I needed Goddard for my playoff run. So that's one example of how to close a deal. Sometimes you just got to allow a little bit of space there to let the person think it through and realize I need to make a deal. Bear this in mind too. There's not like, if there's 12 teams in the league, there's not 12 teams all, negotiating all the time. You're probably going to have at least 3 teams that don't trade at all, maybe 4. So you've got a third of the league, maybe a quarter to a third of the league that doesn't trade at all, or just occasionally. And then you've got maybe 4 more teams that will do deals, but they're not going to initiate it. They're not usually going to counter. So you've just got to make them a good offer, and then they'll do a deal, and it just stops there. And then you usually have 4 teams that are trading teams. And these are the ones that are active. So keep that in mind. When you're dealing with a team, you're not competing with the rest of the league. The rest of the league is pretty dormant when it comes to trading, especially in Dynasty. In most leagues, not in all leagues. I'm in a couple Dynasty leagues that are actually very active. So you don't have to panic, and you don't have to make a desperation move when you're making deals. Realize that they're probably not getting offers from anybody else. So their supply, the options that they have at their disposal are not the full pool of players in the league. And that's to your advantage as a trader. And you may even want to remind them of that. What kind of other offers are you getting? I've asked that question. Go ahead and ask it. Well, yeah, I got a couple offers out there. Well, what are you offering? I mean, if the person's not willing to tell you what they're offering, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, are we that guarded that we're not gonna like, do you want to get a deal done? Because I can probably assure you that whoever you have those offers out to, they're going to get rejected because it's just the way it is. So I'm here right now. We're communicating. I'm willing to do a deal. So it may not be the ideal trade for you. Probably isn't for me either. You know, the more real you can be, the more, if you just keep it real, it keeps the conversation going. Don't be afraid of offending people. It's amazing what people are willing to put up with without getting offended. As mentioned in the previous video, use emotion to close these deals. I could see this guy helping you go undefeated for the rest of the season. This guy's been a beast for me. This guy's been a stud for me. I owned him last year. He was an absolute stud. Well, why are you getting rid of him? Because circumstances have changed and my needs have changed on the team, and I need to offer something of value to get something back of value. That's why I'm offering him up. Okay, so that is trading in 3 videos. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Jordy from Dynasty Road. Peace out.